All right, Mo, we're working through these technical difficulties that I have, and
Love it.
I am very excited to continue our, I guess, true crimes.
True crimes. Yeah, they're true
We might
crimes.
just keep
We were
doing it
just
I just love doing it.
we were involved. That's the best part. So you get perspective to the
Yeah.
reports.
Yeah, this time we'll try to make it through two. They're two totally different burglary cases, but I'll read them to you. We'll work through them, and
Right.
it's the same shit we've done a million times, and people never believe us. And I'm like, nah, this is normal.
This really happens all the
All right.
time.
So this was actually I was baby deputy because this was in
Oh.
December of 2012.
So let's say baby Tyler used to come with his head shaved,
Oh yeah,
contact
in context.
lenses,
Yeah.
and he looked enormous because he was 6'5", all muscle, bench pressing, pushing all kinds of crazy heavy weight, and he'd get out of the car and just swell up into people's door frames. And that's
True.
baby Tyler.
That was baby deputy Tyler. Correct. That is very accurate. And do you think I could read the? I probably shouldn't read the other deputies.
Why not? They
Yeah,
did
right. I
so.
don't know.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's public record, we can read it.
I mean, yeah, I did order it.
Run it.
I still won't say nothing about the victim. I won't read that because I don't think it necessarily matters.
No.
Victims and suspects. But some of these people.
Sometimes victims say funny stuff though.
Oh yeah. All right. So this was at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3:15 in the morning.
All
I
good things are happening.
I responded to a burglary in progress.
Nice.
So we rolling hot.
Hot. That's a good one.
And I'm gonna
Because
try
at
it
3 o'clock
out.
in the morning, it's a real burglary in progress. Something's happening.
Did you ever work with? We're gonna try it out. Hopefully, it doesn't no blowback. Deputy Simpkins.
Did not work directly, but I did know of that person.
I love that guy. He was great.
Love it.
He was great. Just a good deputy. Anyway, all right. So the victim stated there was a white male in her garage sitting in her car. So, yeah. Already, I'm like, what's happening?
What? When you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
that call, you're like, en route.
Yeah, your
What?
brain is trying to process what's happening. Yep. So
Sitting in her car. Okay.
yeah, so dude's just chilling in her car
In the garage?
at 3 in the morning in the garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
She don't know him.
No, well, we'll get to it. So upon arrival, I observed the garage door to be slightly ajar from the outside. You can see it was kind of like lifted up.
Oh.
I heard sounds emanating from the garage consistent with the victim's comments in the call. Deputy Simpkins held his position in front of the garage door, so he's like basically holding, see if he was going to like crawl out from out of the garage.
Right.
And I went inside the residence to make contact with the victim, make sure I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Right.
See, this is where I wish I did better because I made contact and then I opened the interior garage door. So I'm sure there was more stuff happening. I just didn't
Right.
document it. So from the inside of the house, I went to the garage that connected to the house, and then I also observed a white male sitting inside of the silver Mercedes. The white male was later identified as, we'll call him BB.
Yeah.
And I detained BB and escorted him to my patrol car for further questioning. So this is where I wish I was like, man, I wish I would have known exactly, like, let me see your fucking head. Like, I don't know.
Maybe he just wanted to feel a Mercedes.
Well, oh no, because I read this one. You'll love it. A search, so that we still had to search the house because she's like, now think. So we'll back it up. She
Yeah.
wakes up, she hears stuff happening. She opens her door, sees a dude in her car, slams the door, locks it, and now some calls 911. Well, now we took care of him, and now she's like, are there more people in my house?
I understand her. I understand that.
Yeah. So we searched the residence and then the surrounding area.
Okay.
It's just me and Deputy Simpkins. So think about that too, bro. Burglary in progress, and it's just him and I.
Bro, people don't. Let's stop right there. People
That's how it used to be
that
too.
they think it's like television. When you get dispatched to an in progress call and things like that, that there's like 9, 10 deputies, a SWAT team. That is not how it works. in many cases, I have been dispatched, and I'm sure you have been when we've been busy, to a burglary in progress, to open doors, to alarm calls, just you. And you try to say, I'm going to wait until somebody gets here to back you up. But depending on the situation and circumstances, sometimes you cannot. And
It's like, I gotta
you got to
go.
make, yeah, you got to make it work, you know? So, yeah, two people, burglary in progress with a suspect on scene. Not sure if you have any more because the way we train is if there's one, there's two. So it's wild. Go ahead.
Yeah. And this is also before, I need to find this report. I haven't found it. I gotta figure out, I gotta maybe go back through it. The, see, actually, I wondered because I was, the one where I got basically, I had to fight the entire family.
I know that one well.
Yeah, but I didn't write the report, so I gotta figure that one out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You
because
probably have to find the one where you were a victim.
I was involved. Yeah, I guess because that was me. Yeah.
You were a
You know what?
victim.
I like that. I gotta figure that out. Anyway, so this was before that because my spidey senses were different.
Yeah.
Once that occurred, the way I went into houses was very different every
Vastly
time,
different.
and has continued to be different.
Everybody's training on the job evolves with some situation
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
I gotta find that one. We gotta talk about that one because that was one of those crazy ones.
That was nuts.
Yeah, your boy had to beat up a family of 7. Mom and dad got it too. Everyone was catching hands. All of them.
Rated E for everybody.
We'll save it. All right. So I met with the victim regarding the incident. I learned that the victim did not know BB, did not allow anyone to borrow her car keys, and to her knowledge, the vehicle had not left her residence all night. I learned that the victim's car keys were also missing from the inside of her house because she used to hang them, like like a little walkway before you go to the garage. She goes, "My keys are missing."
What?
Yeah. So,
It's wild.
Deputy Simpkins processed the crime scene and later impounded the evidence, which we'll talk about. The garage door appeared to be damaged beyond repair and was estimated at approximately $1,200. Which, can we stop there? I don't know shit about this stuff. That could have been $8,000. I don't know. They used to say, just take your best guess, bro. I don't know.
I used to love my favorite is anything to do with cars. I don't know how much it costs.
I don't fucking know.
If someone breaks your steering column, I don't know how much it costs.
No,
to
I have
fix
no
it.
idea.
But
Yeah,
people don't realize
Google that shit. Yeah.
that how much does it cost to repair a garage door?
I don't know.
I've
Also,
never done garage work, sir, but we just write it in the report as a
we just write shit in there.
yep.
But you know that if I didn't have a dollar amount, they'd be like, well,
They would kick the report back.
Yeah, estimate. Do I look like anyway?
Insane. We're on a tangent, but I get it.
We are, but
ridiculous.
It's things that I read now. So, all right, you'll see this next part. I interviewed BB and post Miranda regarding the incident. Post Miranda, BB admitted to opening the garage, going inside of the residence, and he has never met the victim before in his life.
Was the door from the house to the garage one of those people who leave it unlocked?
Yes, because the garage door was shut, but he just.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Oh, it is. I've had to do it to break into my own house.
Oh,
It is
wow.
possible. I have also been locked out. Yeah. Not recommended.
That is why I always lock the door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I have an extra lock.
Yeah. You're not going to get me. Mm-mm.
No. So, BB was arrested for burglary of an occupied dwelling. That's a second-degree felony.
Yeah.
Burglary of a conveyance, and criminal mischief over $1,000 worth of damage.
All felonies. Bang, bang, bang.
And I'm just eyeballing shit.
That's
Listen,
wild.
you do damage to a car or a house, it's over $1,000. I don't know.
I feel like that's true. A garage door, though, like if he did what you said.
I remember it now. It was like this. It was like, you know how the garage is supposed to be flat? It was
Right.
bowed up and like crimped. So he basically bent the quarter part of it. Listen, I don't know how he did it. It was like one of those metal ones. And then where he tried to get under it or whatever, he had like bent it. So it was like bottom quarter of this and then middle of it like that. Like he just,
Was this dude huge?
No. Actually, hold on. Let me see. Can I read?
What?
Hold on. Let me see. Give me one second. I think I can find. Where is this dude? Oh no, there it is. Too many people here. Let's see. Oh, I don't have his height and weight in here.
I was like, don't tell me this dude is like 5'6", 120.
No, I had his build as thin. Oh, wait. Here we go. Yeah, he's so we're the same age. He's 5'11" with a thin build.
Bro,
Whatever, bro.
that tells me that the only thing that lets you rip open a garage door at 5'11" thin build is what is it? That's meth or something.
Yeah. Listen, sidebar. I remember being at Tennessee State and dudes was talking about crackheads in Atlanta. They're like, bro, crackheads can change a tire with no tools. They'll just put a shirt in their hand and just do the lug nuts. I was like, maybe, but I don't know.
Bro, drugs will do things to people that you never, like they find that's why it's like if you used all that drive for good instead of evil, just imagine, like wildness. He broke a garage door just barehanded.
Well, this is where more senior deputy Simpkins, his report, his supplement to the report, much more detailed. So on December 7th, 2012, at approximately 3 o'clock in the morning, he responded to a burglary of a residence in progress with Deputy Martin, arrived on scene ahead of him. I observed the garage door to be elevated approximately 12 inches off the ground. See, this is, nice. I searched the exterior of the residence on the east side leading up to the garage and the south side of the residence immediately behind the garage. See, that's some... let's see.
Right there.
Yeah. While standing outside of the garage, Deputy Martin and I heard a grunting noise coming from the interior of the garage. Deputy Martin was allowed into the residence by the homeowner. See, now I'm remembering. I remember I was banging on the door. I'm like, it's Hillsborough County Police. She was hiding in her bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Bro, there's something grunting in her garage and her door's open.
Yeah. And entered the garage from the interior. I lifted the garage door slightly and provided... So, Simpkins is like this. I remember. Because I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Don't point that at me. Because he was crouched down like underneath the garage.
That is great. It's me. Put it away.
So that's what he was doing. While Deputy Martin kept the subject at gunpoint, let's see. Oh, and I advised Sheriff's Office, show me your hands. And then while I kept him at gunpoint, oh, that's right. He slid under the garage.
Shut.
Well, I forgot this shit.
Out.
He's like
under the garage.
My deputy, he came in
under the garage.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Deputy Martin took the subject into custody without incident. The homeowner entered the garage at this time and advised, "I have never seen this boy before in my life." Keep in mind, we're 30, because he was actually born a year before me. I observed what appeared to be the contents of the glove box strewn across the front passenger seat of the silver Mercedes 2-door vehicle bearing Ford Attack, whatever. I photographed the incident scene and the vehicle and uploaded the... Let's see. I processed the... I don't know why I did that. He lifted prints. And he did DNA swaps. Bro, we caught him in the car, bro, but whatever, fair enough.
I don't care. You're not going to say you wasn't, though, because not when I put your DNA on you. What you're not going to do is go to court and say that. I like it. Thoroughness, baby.
Yeah. Hey, DNA and fingerprints.
Got you. You ain't gonna say, what you're not going to say is, it wasn't me. You're not going to do that.
Yeah. Got him. So now we're back to the victim. The victim was an older lady. She was born in like 60-something.
I love it.
So she was older. So the victim stated that she heard a noise shortly before coming. I don't want to. I'm trying to, because she said some personal things. Let's see. Coming from her garage, she opened the garage door that's connected to the house and observed a white male. Mo, you're not Deputy Mo, and you're not married to Deputy Papi Chulo.
Right.
You're an elderly lady. So I don't know.
Yeah.
What is that? 60s? I don't know.
Yeah.
Math. It's not my strong suit.
Got it.
You hear something, you're like, what?
What is that? Yeah.
There's someone in your car rooting around.
Yeah. Your heart starts pounding.
Woo! Now, Deputy Martin, I go, yes!
Exactly.
I got him.
Exactly. Oh, this is how you want it to go. Okay.
I'm like, oh, it's
That's how-
happening.
But older lady, that's not
Yeah.
the response. It's and her
Yes.
heart's beating and she slams her door.
Yeah.
She's trying to lock it and she's shaking. That's how that goes.
And she's hiding in a room. She doesn't know more
Yeah.
people in her house. She doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
So the victim stated that she keeps her car keys inside of her home next to the interior garage door on a small key hook. Her car keys are still missing at this time. So the victim confirmed that she did not know the suspect, did not allow anyone to borrow her vehicle, and lives alone at this point. There is no reason BB should have come into her home or be sitting in her vehicle. Now, baby Deputy Tyler had still worked a few rock trades, so it didn't feel rock trade-esque. I was like, yo, this is so weird. Like,
Right. You got to
Why
ask
is
all the
he-
questions.
yeah, why is this man in your garage?
Right.
Because it was like it was off the beaten path. It was just weird. When asked if she knew any individual named
BB.
Mike, she stated that the only man she knows she gives the full name, which I won't do, and he used to work for her. So this is where the plot thickens. She stated that he would know where she lives and where she keeps her keys. So he was like a handyman.
Oh.
Now, this is where that comes in. All right, you ready?
Okay.
So now I'm interviewing the arrestee. BB said that he did not know the victim and had no idea where he was. He stated he was riding with Mike and Mike had the keys to the car. He stated that he met Mike at blah, blah, blah. And they went, they went to, do you remember Caliente's?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where they were getting lit up. A nightclub.
Got it.
He stated that they drove so he's saying they were driving her car around.
Wait. How'd they get it out of the garage?
He stated
okay.
that, they drove the car around for a few hours and then ended up back at the residence. He stated that he opened the garage door and must have fallen asleep inside the vehicle. None of this makes any sense.
No.
He stated that he opened the garage, so he fell asleep. When he awoke, he looked for the keys to the car and even entered the house to look for the keys.
Oh my gosh.
BB stated that he had a lot to drink and does not remember much after going to the nightclub. It must be noted that BB appeared to be heavily intoxicated at the time of the investigation, was only wearing a pair of black pants, and had a number of contusions and scratches on his body from all up on the garage door. He was not able to articulate where the injuries came from. I also noted that shit because I'm like, don't say I did that to you. Because I didn't want, no. So when he was sitting in my patrol car, I was looking up the mic that the victim had mentioned, and he goes,
Right.
hey man, that's Mike. He's the one who gave me the keys. See how his story kept changing?
That's wild.
Mike had the keys. He's the one who gave me the keys.
Right.
He should still have the keys. Yeah, this is what we're dealing with. Dude's heavily intoxicated. Yes. So then it was assigned to a District 1 detective. Actually, he says he's Mike Russell.
Okay.
So the victim, so this is the detective, advised me that she had the damaged garage door repaired, and it did not cost her anything to do so. Also advised me that she located her missing keys in her purse on December 11th. Yeah, and they actually had not been taken. and stated that there was damage, small scratches to the exterior of the driver's side door and to the key slot in the center console, and stated that she would advise me of any cost. So, you see what I'm saying? To make the required repairs. Advised me that during the incident, the defendant appeared to be very intoxicated and she did not believe he was in control of himself, would be satisfied, and she would not press charges if the defendant reimbursed her for the damages to the vehicle.
That seems weird.
Yep. All right.
Because I don't care if he was drunk. If you break into my garage, I want you to go to jail.
And also, how did she get it repaired for no cost? See, these are the things I don't understand.
Yeah, this is weird.
That's why I brought up the cost thing. Because think about it, that's potentially well, he said he went into the house, right?
Right.
Because he got charged with 3 felonies.
Right.
And you're already dropping 1 because of the criminal mischief if there's no cost.
Right.
And she's like, oh, my keys were in my purse. Things are getting right. All right. So the detective now interviews BB. Reads a Miranda again, which that's yep. Stated that early in the evening he had met friends, including a coworker, Mike, at Club Caliente, and had no more than 4 drinks. That ain't right. Somehow he became very intoxicated and ended up at the victims, having been apparently dropped off there by one of his friends. BB advised that he barely remembers what happened at the victim's residence. However, he did remember attempting to start the vehicle in the garage, believing it to be either his or his friend's vehicle. He believes he may have entered the residence, having mistaken it as his or his co-worker's, Mike. BB has known Mike for approximately 3 months and may reside somewhere in that neighborhood. Nope. However, he was not certain. BB stated he had no intention to illegally enter the victim's residence or vehicle and that he was willing to pay for any damages to her vehicle. Yes. So, let's see. I can't remember how. Let's see. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Trying to figure out how, because I believe this was cleared. Let's see. So all right. So the detective followed up with the assistant state's attorney, and she advised that she would review the case, and he has no further information for the investigation. Yeah. So actually, the DNA and the fingerprints came back to BB. Boom, boom, boom. I'm trying to see how this was. There's a lot of entries for this shit.
While you're looking that up, I'm just gonna say, as somebody who, if I were a lady living alone, and someone broke into my garage, they broke my garage. To me, that makes me feel unsafe in my own home, that you could rip my garage off of the door, off of the frame, and then shimmy under it, come into my house, even if you didn't, because she said, no, I found my keys, but he said, no, I was in there. I was looking around for them. And then sitting in my car, he said trying to start it, she says no, because he didn't have the keys. In any event, I don't know that I would be as forgiving to say, if he pays for stuff, I'll cut him loose. Because if I don't know you,
does seem weird, yeah.
If I don't know you truthfully, my concern is you might come back. Like, that's just really an odd one for me, that she's just like, meh. And especially since he's saying there's a nexus with this other person, Mike, that really is a real person that no. So it wasn't like, I don't feel like, to me, it was an accidental, I stumbled up here.
No, and this is where I remember talking to the detective about it. Long story short, this Mike guy was a handyman, and BB did some work with him, and must have gotten drunk with it. Yo, this lady has a Mercedes, and was trying to, but he was so fucked up he couldn't accomplish what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
So he was found guilty. So
Yeah.
they did go after him.
For all of them, or did the other two get thrown out because
It
she
just
was?
said it said I don't have the criminal history. It just gives me the case decision was guilty. So I don't
Got
know
it.
what he was. It doesn't tell me. It didn't give me a
Yeah.
breakdown. So there you go. That is a tell me. I mean, we'll keep doing these, but you wake up and you find somebody sleeping in your house, in your car.
Totally
It
different.
happened all the time, bro.
It did. That's the crazy part. Is
Yeah.
you would listen to this case and think that is so crazy that happened one time. Nope. Nope. It wasn't one time.
And then you hear how like actual victims, right? They go from being scared and then like, I don't know. If he pays for it, we're fine.
Yeah. I'm just not that kind of victim.
No,
First of all,
no,
you come into my house, it's totally different.
yeah,
Totally different. Because you violated my safe space. That's why for me it's got to be different. Like you can't
Yeah.
make me feel unsafe in my own house. Nah. Yeah. Like you said, if I open my garage and you're in there, it's like, Frank, it's go time.
yeah. Perception shift is a little
Yep,
different.
it is go time, baby. That was a good
Yes.
one.
That was good, right?
Yes.
Yes. So this is a different burglary, and this was in Bravo 2.
Okay, I know what we're talking about. That's
So for
knowing.
those listening, this is
Yeah,
USF,
yeah.
and it's such a unique area because
So
you have
unique.
USF, which is a beautiful campus, and then you have student housing on one side of Bruceby Downs, and one of the highest concentrations of adult felony offenders on probation or on parole on the other side of Bruceby Downs. I think that's the best way I can phrase that.
Well, and here's the thing too. That whole area is so eclectic, for lack of better terms. You have
Yep.
the VA hospital, so you
Yep.
have veterans that are homeless that live in that area. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
them. You have a very transient migrant population that
Mm-hmm.
also lives in that area. You
Yep.
have a lower income, a lower socioeconomic area right there because you have a lot of homes that are not owner occupied. They are rental homes that are
Mm-hmm.
with Section 8 housing. And there, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of great people that are on Section 8 housing that are that
Mm-hmm.
we never have contact with. But you have another smaller sect that we do have a lot of contact with. You have a lot of, in that little area, the crimes can run the gamut from domestics to a lot of drug crimes. You have a lot of thefts, burglaries, those kind of things that are centered around those drugs and things of that nature. But you do, like I said,
Mm-hmm.
have that. You have a small sect that does that, but you have a larger population of people who just want to go to work, come home, and this is what they can afford. And they are victimized because people know that they go to work, come home, and they do have money. Not a lot, but the little bit that they have, you will have this small sect of people that will take it. And you throw in the college students that have no idea what they're walking into.
Nope.
And they just go, oh my gosh, this guy over here, he sells weed. Let's go talk to him real fast. No, don't do that. Don't.
Mm.
And they will pull up in whatever car their parents have given them with all the money their parents have given them, fanned out like an 8-year-old talking about, can I get, excuse me, sir, can I get a little bit of marijuana? Ugh. Like, that's like you have such an eclectic group of people in a the other part is the area is packed tight
To the gills.
to the gills. It is packed. You have apartment complexes that go up 3, 4, 5 stories. You have the student housing that goes up. Some of them are 7, 8, 9 stories high. You have, like I said, the Section 8 housing that is duplexes and triplexes and things like that in that area. And it's just packed full of people. And no matter what time of day, you got people wandering around, walking. It's just, you can't explain it. I don't think it's replicated in many other areas.
No.
Would you agree?
And I would fully agree, and that was a good assessment. I was actually just remembering Bravo 5, which is now District 5, but right by Orient Road Jail,
Yeah.
there were still row houses with dirt floors. I remember, I was
Yeah.
like, it's 2016, bro.
What is happening?
2015, 2016, whatever it is. I was like, what? Dirt
Yeah.
floors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very
Anyway,
common.
all right. So this is a little bit of a different take on the burglary, right? And I thought this was interesting because of how it actually ends up. So this was a college student, and this happened in January of 2012. So I was brand new baby deputy. I think I started in March of 2011. That's when I started the academy.
Wow.
I
Oh,
wonder if I
wow.
was still on FTO. I don't know. Anywho, so it's 11 o'clock at night. So I was dispatched to a delayed burglary. The victim woke up around 11 o'clock at night. I'm sorry, 1100 hours. So this was 11 in the morning.
11 a.m. Yeah.
11 a.m. Sorry. And noticed her window was open and broken.
Oh.
Upon arrival, I met and interviewed the victim. I saw that the window was broken right above the lock area. The window was open all day, and the screen was off its track. There was only one item missing in the apartment, a turquoise Tiffany eyeglass case with approximately $220 in cash inside of the case.
Wait a minute. Let's back up a minute.
Yep.
So the college
Go
student
ahead.
is asleep in the house,
Yep.
wakes up at 11 and realizes that her sliding glass door, is open and just, okay, very well, go on.
Like a cat burglar creeping through her room while she's sleeping.
Right. So she was in
That's
the
what
same
she-
room?
That's what she's thinking.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta, how this all turns out is what you like.
Oh, this is the beauty. Got it.
Yes, yeah. The case was left in the spare bedroom that was being used as a study area. She kept the case on her computer desk next to her iMac. Checking. Yeah, her
And we didn't grab that?
MacBook.
Yeah.
Nope.
We left that. Okay. All
Yep.
right.
The Tiffany eyeglass case was the only item missing in the apartment, and nothing was disturbed on the computer desk. And she stated that, and this is where we'll call him HL, was the only person that would know there was any money in the eyeglass case.
All right.
Male friend.
Got it.
Yep, he, the male friend, had opened the eyeglass case 4 days before the burglary occurred, and nothing else in the apartment was disturbed or missing. I took photographs of the window, the broken glass, the bedroom where the Tiffany eyeglass case was stolen. I was unable to lift any latent prints from the window or desk where the item was stolen. I then conducted a neighborhood survey, which for those that don't know, you go, hey man, did you see anything? No?
Nope.
All right, cool. You knock out about 2 or 3 of those, and you're like, boom, done.
Yeah.
Can we be real? That's what it is.
Yeah. That's what it. Question though. One question in
Yep.
the back. The window was broken to get in, and you slept
The
through
lock.
that too? Oh, okay.
The lock, like right, but it's kind of hard to explain. I remember because it broke the lock part, and to get to the lock part, he put like a hole through the window, like the little frame. Yeah, it wasn't like a big pane thing. Yeah, it was.
Got it. Okay.
He
Got
like
it.
broke out like a piece of window to get to the lock and jimmied
Got
open.
it.
But
Got
the
it.
whole time I was like, ma'am.
Ma'am.
So hold on. In this whole spot we got going on, just the eyeglass case with money in it.
Yeah.
Not the electronics, not the jewelry, nothing. Just, and you think you already know who it is?
Burglars are very specific, Deputy Martin. They only come in
Yeah,
for
yeah.
certain things. There are TV burglars. There are computer burglars. There are Tiffany eyeglass burglars. That makes sense, right?
Yeah. 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 Now, I will say this. I'm proud of myself. I then attempted to locate HL because I figured out, I went to the apartment where I went to his apartments and talked to the manager. And the manager was like, he does not live here, but his brother does. And sometimes he stays here. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So this is my interview with the victim. This is where this is where my report writing was not as great. The victim stated she left her home at 6:30 on December 11th for her USF graduation. She got home late at night and went straight to bed.
Oh.
She did not notice her window until she awoke around 11 in the morning. So who knows when it fucking... It could have been broken the day... I don't know now. So,
Yeah, they could have broke in while she was out partying.
Yep. And the only item missing was $220 in a Tiffany eyeglass case. And she said the only person who would know that was HL. And he made a comment about her piggy bank and then put it back. There you go. She also tried to call him before she called me to see if he stole her money.
Got it.
Yes. So this... Well, see, he still works there, but remember Shram?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So it was assigned to him. Ryder reviewed the listed report along with the interviews and supplements. Ryder notes that the suspect made entry into the apartment by breaking a window. Once inside, the suspect removed the victim's eyeglass case, which contained approximately $220. The suspect then fled the scene undetected. See how he summarized my note? Ryder notes no latent prints were lifted from the scene. Ryder notes 2 days later, the victim's apartment was broken into again.
Oh, very well.
Yes, via the same unfixed broken window.
Okay. So clearly you are not worried about people stealing your stuff.
This time, the victim's laptop was taken. Ryder notes on February 14th, so this is like a month later, suspect, completely different person, was arrested for the second burglary. Through further investigation by detectives, it was determined that that individual was responsible for numerous burglars in the area. He actually was a cat burglar. And it actually occurred while she was sleeping in her room.
Shut.
Yes, I know. I told you you're going to like it. He was a legit, yeah. And so
And did he do the first one too?
Yeah. So, during a search of DC, not HL, of his bedroom, because he was also a student, they found a turquoise color Tiffany eyeglass holder. So here she was blaming old HL. He had nothing to do with it.
HL's like,
It was a legit cat burglar who was like creeping through people's...
Wild.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
here's the thing. People might be like, oh, why is this? Because cat burglars are very rare. They don't really happen.
No. People aren't
You
creeping
see
through
that?
houses when,
No. So like when you are like they show them on TV shows and things like that because it's so interesting because it is so rare. Like I thought for sure one of two things when you started reading this report. One, HL had done it, or two, she had lost her money, stolen her, like spent her money, and she needed to be able to give this report to her parents so they would give her the money again. Like that was what I was thinking. I did not, in a million years, it did not cross my mind that it was a real cat burglar.
Yes.
So he had done it to multiple other places?
They cleared 5 other burglaries with this arrest.
What?
Yeah.
And the other part that's so random that people like you're not appreciating is like this dude was breaking into people's houses while they're sleeping. Burglars don't like to do that. That's the thing.
No.
Burglars break into houses when people aren't home because they don't want to encounter people. However, he's breaking in and taking the chance of someone actually seeing him. And it's not like he's taking everything at once. Like he just took an eyeglass case. Let me slip that in there. I'll come back for the computer. Like that's the thing. Like that's so rare and crazy.
Yeah, and he wasn't. It was one of those things where, because when I remember when they came in and told me like, "Yo, hey, we found the guy," I was like, "Oh, was it HL?" He's like, "No, legit cat burglar." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Yo, what, bro?"
That's insane. And I'm sure, like, here's the other part too. I will say, and this is unfortunate, because of I think life experience that deputies have, and the fact that cat burglars and things like this are such a rarity. I believe that when a deputy goes in and we look at it with an eye of discernment, we go, this is not accurate. But to your credit, even with not fully buying the story, you still have to do your due diligence as law enforcement officers.
Yes.
You still have to try to find HL and make contact with him and see
Hmm.
if you can find out if he is actually the actual person, or get him off the list. Like, we can't go into it with, even though we have life experience that says this is probably not a cat burglar, we have to investigate it to the full extent as if it might be a cat burglar, you know?
And it
So,
was, bro. It
because it
was.
was. That's great.
Yes. Do we got time for one more?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna change it up because I want to read this one. This
Okay.
was stalking though. I'm changing it up a little bit.
Okay,
If that's
that's
okay.
all right.
We did 2 burglaries, now we'll do a stalking.
Burglary, two burglaries and stalking.
This was with Deputy Davis. And so we responded to somebody being violent. That's all it was. We ended up arresting this dude for a bunch of stuff. But
Okay.
so upon arrival, I met with and interviewed the victim regarding the incident and advised that her, I think it was child's father, a lot of this stuff's blacked out,
Yeah.
was on the back porch with a knife threatening her.
Oh,
Yes. And then she advised that she has an injunction against him and provided a written statement in a signed oath form. I confirmed the injunction through FCIC, NCIC, boom. Deputy Davis and I located the male
right.
sleeping on the rear porch of the residence. This is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah, here we go. This is why I wanted to read this one. So he woke up and advised that he was being. So we woke his ass up
hey, man.
and advised he was being taken into custody for violation of domestic violence injunction and aggravated stalking. Oh, and so he was on a bunch of shit and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Oh,
He refused to stand of his own and tensed his body in an attempt to prevent me and Deputy Davis from placing him in handcuffs.
come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Whoa. No.
Sometimes
No.
the jig is up. You just got to be like, okay.
Bro, how you gonna be sleeping and then have 2 deputies go,
Yeah.
"Hey, Playboy, you going to jail?
Wake up.
Wake up!" And then you go fight us.
Yeah.
All right, so, so this is what I'm saying. He tensed his body in an attempt to prevent us from putting him in handcuffs. And then the next sentence is, once in handcuffs. The things were left out, I think.
In my head, I just pictured like
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
TV where they'll just cut to the next scene.
Yeah. There was one, I got to find the report because it was one, he's now a major, but
Oh.
he's Batman's brother, younger brother. You know who we talk about.
Yeah.
So it was a different domestic case. And this dude had, I don't know, he locked like stiff like a board, his whole body. And we could not get his arms behind his back. We could not break the hold he had. And I'm like, bro, what? So I picked him up by his ankles and just started going bam on the ground with his upper body region
Right.
until his whole body went,
Okay. We got his arms.
I got him.
Now, see, the people now understand when I tell them that like Tyler used to fill up people's door frames, because when you can
Yes.
take somebody by their ankles and shake them out like a towel, that's not what normal
Yeah.
deputies can do, just so you know.
Yeah, so I love that. So he was tensing his body in an attempt to prevent us from putting him in handcuffs. Once in handcuffs,
Once in
he began
handcuffs.
to
Cut to
he
scene.
began to cut the scene. He began to thrash his legs and body in an attempt to defeat deputies from transporting him to the back of a marked patrol car. It must be noted I remember this so well. There was a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage emanating from his person and breath.
Yeah.
And he did have a pocket knife on him.
Oh.
In the back porch. All right. So once he was in the patrol car, he threatened to break. Wait, hold on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was going to break out and kill us all. I'll kill you all. He's trying to kick the window.
Stop it.
Hold on. Hold on. So he does all that. So we're going in like we're about to hobble tie him.
That's the word.
He begins to thrash and vomit in the back seat, and then became unresponsive.
Oh Jesus.
Well, you already know. You know how mad we all are.
Ugh.
Yeah. So
Stop it.
fire rescue came and transported his dumbass to Florida hospital.
What made him unresponsive? I get the puking because you're drunk.
No, he was just being an asshole.
Oh, he was being extra.
Uh,
Oh,
just went limp.
stop it.
Mo, I was talking about that in the office today. I was like, I can't wait till I retire from law enforcement. I'm going to commit misdemeanor crimes every day. Like going into a gas station with no ID, cash in my pocket, and just drinking. And then when they call the cops, I'm going to fall down and say my chest hurts.
Yes, of course. Bro, you don't even have to play. You don't have to pretend to be limp. You can just say, oh God, my chest.
My
it feels
chest hurts.
tight. It's so tight. I can't.
Everyone in the office was like, I hate you so much. Because they all know. I hate you so much.
I hate you to my core, bro. To my core. Or I'm going to get in the back of your patrol car, and when you start driving, I'm going to be like, I took a handful of pills before you arrested me. What pills? I'm not telling you.
I don't remember.
No.
Oh, you know what? I took iron supplements. The real thing, by the way. They'll pump your stomach. Yeah.
Oh my God. For real?
Yeah, for real.
No idea.
Oh, I learned that the hard way. It was a young woman. I can't remember how old she was. And I was totally like, ugh. She's like, oh, I took a whole bottle of iron supplements. I'm like, what? Bro, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So I called EMS. I'm like, yeah, I just needed to transport her. I didn't say that. I was just like typing. And they're like, hey, what did she take? I was like, she said she took iron supplements. They're like, are you shitting me? Fuck. Boom, slam her on the gurney. They start jabbing her with all this shit, and they run fucking code. And I'm like, what? And I had to follow because I was like, yo, what? I follow them. They're rushing her, and she's like, oh my God. And they're like, yeah, we got to pump her stomach and flush her. And like, she might actually fucking die. I was like, for real?
Really? It's iron. See, I tell people all the time, we're just cops. Just cops.
I don't know, bro. Like, yeah, I'm estimating garage door damage.
I don't know. We're just cops, guys. Don't have that much faith in that.
Yeah.
I would have never known that iron could do that.
Base level of medical skills, and you tell me you take iron, so I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sounds safe.
All right, so here we go.
It's a supplement.
Yeah.
You know what? That reminds me. The reason why I thought of that one is the perfect specimen. I got to look up his report. He's the one that I arrested, and literally in the back of my patrol car, he's like, I took a whole handful of pills. I'm not telling you what it is. And I spent the next 8 hours sitting in the hospital with him.
Mm-hmm.
And meaning that I got off late 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Bro. Terrible. I digress. Go on.
Yes. So this is the interview of the victim. Terrible interview, by the way. It's like 3 sentences.
Oh my gosh.
I did not do a good job. Also, I don't know why I put her under oath. Anyway, whatever.
Remember there was a time where we had to do that.
Even victims, yeah.
Yep, we had to put victims, witnesses, everybody had to be under oath.
So the male was her child's father, and he showed up intoxicated at the house, banging on the rear sliding glass door. He was screaming that he was going to kill them and was holding a pocket knife in his hand. He began to bang and scream on the back door, placing her in fear for her life. Remember, you had to have those little phraseologies?
Yeah, you had to have those words.
She advised that she has an injunction against baby daddy because of his violent nature.
Shocked.
Let's see. Oh, I guess the mother was there. It says the same thing. Boop. Let's see. Hold on 1 second here. Oh, that was it? Oh, man. Hold on. Let's see. Well, damn.
What?
Oh, you know what? It's just we just violated the injunction, so he just went to jail. So there's no additional follow up on it.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
So because there was no new charges, it was all violation of injunction.
Yeah. Well, no, the pocket knife had to be a new charge though.
Was it?
We had, yeah. I mean, he had a knife, and he was violating his injunction while holding a knife with
Oh yeah.
three
So
victims.
actually, that would have been the aggravated assault. Would have been a new charge. There should have been
Yeah.
follow up on that.
Yeah. So I did. All right. I did good. I did charge him with aggravated assault. Let's see
Yeah,
what
the
else.
violation of injunction should not have had follow up, but the aggravated assault should have.
Oh.
There was follow up. Tell them.
Violation of DV injunction. Aggravated stalking. This is when I started using, big brain. And then aggravated assault with a deadly weapon because it was
Yes.
mom and child.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that's it. It doesn't.
Still no
there's
follow up. That's wild. A detective
No,
would have
no.
had to pick that up.
Yeah. No, well, no supplements on this file, on this report. And
Okay.
here at the end.
I wonder if she went to court and dropped stuff before a detective really jumped on it.
Yeah, and again, we don't. If they did, we don't have it. Which that very well could happen.
Yeah.
We could talk
know,
about that
like,
too. How many times have you arrested somebody, and they're freaking out and like, and then a month later they're like, the
Bro,
deputy
you said a
lied, nothing
month.
happened.
Stop it. How many times have we
A day,
arrested somebody
2 days.
and they drive to the jail to pick them up? And we have to say that, like, somebody at the jail is like, you can't get in the car with her or him.
Yeah.
Because that's the person, you just got a no contact order from the judge to get out. I literally had several cases where, because this is when, like you said, baby deputy, once I grew up as a deputy and I realized, wait a minute, I don't have to even have an injunction on file. If they got arrested today, they got out 3 days later and they're back at home with that person, there almost inevitably was always a no contact order put in place by the judge that released them. And you could violate them using that no contact order. You would just have to pull the judge's, like the what the judge said would have to be pulled, and it would show you're not going to have contact with the victim, and it's violating a judge's order. Bink, back to jail, no bond.
So let me run this by, and then we'll end this one.
Yeah.
To your point, I remember this very clearly, and I'll tell you who the sergeant was after. We go to this house, and then this woman is rolling around, screaming, had an injunction, had bruises, had all this shit. Door was kicked in.
Right.
Former live-in boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, kicked her. She had an injunction against him. Kicked her fucking door in, beat the shit out of her, threw her around the apartment, and then left. And we were there like right after the incident occurred. And she's freaking out and yelling and all this stuff like that. We do a whole search of the area because he's a habitual felony offender. He's a violent felony offender for many other things other than this, right? So
Right.
we called out K9 Aviation. We did all these things. We spent, I don't know, hours on this. We couldn't find him. I go to work the next day and I'm like, something doesn't feel right. I said, I bet he's back there. Right?
Right.
He's got a warrant for his arrest now.
Oh, nice.
So I creep up I don't go in hot. I creep up like this. Slide through the window. I see his ass in there. I slide back. I call for backup, and I get like 2 or 3 deputies because he's a big dude and he's violent and he ran. I was like, I'm not gonna go solo. See, I'm being better. I'm doing better.
Doing better.
Knock on the door. She opens the door, and I'm like, hey, we're here to arrest him now. She's like, what are you talking about? He's not here. I said, ma'am, I see him
See him.
right there.
Yeah.
She tries to shut the door in my face.
Ma'am, stop.
So what then ensues is big deputy, boom, knock her to the ground with the door,
Right.
arrest her for figuring that out.
Yeah.
And I beeline, he's like, bro, it ain't gotta be like that. I said, nah, motherfucker. I said, you had us out here all night last night. Now you going to jail.
Yeah.
So, hold on. She starts rolling with the deputy. Like they're going at it. Like she's fighting the deputy. So while I'm putting him in handcuffs, I go, boop, get on your knees, boop, and I put him face down, belly down, and then I have to go over and grab her, and she tries to take a scratchy swipe at me, and I go, boop, wrap it up, and then I handcuff her, and she was fighting so bad we had to hobble tie her in her apartment. This is the victim of a domestic violence.
The victim.
But this, I just explained to you everything that happened.
Right.
That's what
But,
happened.
and I get it for those of you who are like, well, sometimes victims are so engrossed in the situation. You are right. There are some victims that are. But there are also some victims that thrive in the life that they have created also, in the respect of, and this is where I will say, and especially coming from a female deputy and a woman's standpoint, we would get very often, or not very often, but at times, women who would use law enforcement to control their significant other.
Yes.
And when I'm not getting what I want, or I'm not even though this is a situation that I am perfectly comfortable, capable of, and a creator of in many cases of the situation, when you're not bowing to my whatever, now I'm going to call law enforcement. And then once you do, now it's okay. But once that ball starts to roll, people, you have to understand that we have an obligation. You have told us that this person is violent against you, and we have an obligation to protect you, even if you don't want us to.
Yes, and he definitely was. I mean, he beat the hell out of her. But now here she is fighting with us.
Right.
So we keep in mind, because it's DV, so we have to separate them, different cars. We have to do all these things because these are rules that we have, even if you don't want them anymore.
Right.
He just goes to jail. Like, actually, he was fine. She does I have asthma, I need to go to she's doing all the medical stuff. And I'm like, motherfucker, bro.
Now we're in the hospital for 8 hours.
I'm getting hot, bro. I'm getting so angry because I'm like, bro, you started this shit.
Right.
Like, you started it.
Right.
You called it the night before, and now here you are acting a fool tonight. Sergeant P.
Got it.
Pulls me aside because she's in the back seat, and I'm calling EMS, I'm doing all these things. And he goes, what are you doing? I was like, she's complaining that, he goes, no, why is she in handcuffs? I explained the scope of everything. He goes, absolutely not. He makes me unarrest her, and he transport her back to the house.
Oh.
Guess what came up 2 weeks later? A lawsuit. Wrongful arrest.
Oh.
But at that point, I had documentation, and he wrote me up.
Wow.
That was the beginning of the end.
I get the fact that, like, on a typical case, we don't want to arrest the victim and the suspect.
I know we don't.
I know they like to shy away from, in many cases, Florida law says you have to try to determine the primary aggressor. And in some cases, if we're not there, it's difficult. And so I know that they want to shy away from you just arresting both parties because I couldn't determine the primary aggressor. But that is a very different situation. You have two completely independent cases. You have the domestic violence case that you're still pursuing. That's why you arrested the guy on that warrant from the domestic violence the night before. What happened today with her those are entirely new charges, which constitute battery on a law enforcement officer, assault on a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest, obstruction. Those are the charges that we're looking at in that situation. It's not, while they are related, they're not commingled. So there was I can tell you why the lawsuit came, because the minute that you unhandcuff someone when there were valid charges, you have given them the interpretation that what they did was okay, and so therefore the arrest had to be not okay.
I was so angry. And it was basically, you do this or I'm going to write you up for insubordination, and you're still going to unarrest her.
Wow. That's wild.
Yeah. Yep.
That's wild. But I get it. You have to, your sergeant tells you to do it. You're like, okay.
You have no power. What am I supposed to do?
Right, yeah,
I am fully in the right.
Yeah.
I know I'm in the right.
You just say, okay.
What are you supposed to do?
All right.
Who am I calling, the lieutenant?
Yeah, I mean.
You gonna call the major? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go.
There you go. 2 burglaries and a stalking.
Yeah, and then we threw in a little funsy domestic.
And a little domestic for
A little
funsies.
funsy domestic, yeah. Oh man,
Ah,
so good.
I'm enjoying these
Anything
true
else,
crime
bro?
ones.
I do
I'm
too.
enjoying these because,
Yeah.
like we had you work a lot of cases. People don't realize 12 hours, especially in an agency that's a very busy agency. We
Hmm.
worked for the eighth largest at the time. It might be even bigger now, but at the time it was the eighth largest sheriff's office in the United States. There were many a nights where you'd come in and there were calls stacked from the time you came till the time you left,
Hmm.
and they ran the gamut. So it's so interesting to kind of go back and reflect now with more life experience, with that almost like okay, spectator's viewpoint to kind of go over
Hmm.
your case and go, all right, this was what happened then, but and like as you have cited several times, and like when we were talking about the other one, oh, I wish I would have written a better report at this time, or I wish I would have done this different, or like it's very interesting to kind of
Yeah.
revisit the cases with some perspective and experience, I will say.
Yeah. He didn't want us to put handcuffs on. Once handcuffs were on, it's like,
Yep,
oh.
right. One hand goes. What
There's a
what
lot that happened
happened
in
in between?
between. Yeah.
It's good
Well,
ones.
and I'm happy to keep doing this, and we have a bunch, and I want to go. We'll just keep going through them, but I want people to also understand. There's a lot of cases I don't have and I didn't pull, and I don't know. We may touch on some at some point, but a lot of them were the child or elderly crimes,
Ooh, yeah.
and I don't know, Mo. I still don't know because the thing is, I think they're important.
Right.
They happen. It's reality. But I've talked to several people that listen to the show and they're like, "Listen, man, I'm a fan of what you're doing. I don't know, and I hear you. I don't know that I would want to listen to that
No.
because they're like, I'm trying to listen to this podcast while I'm driving or working out or going for a walk or whatever. Like that's just gonna like bring me down."
Yeah, and I get that. I think
It's
that
true.
those are tough cases. Those are the ones
Yeah.
that, in my opinion, lead to a lot of the stuff we've talked about in the past with the mental health part of it. So I think
Mm-hmm.
for those purposes, I would not want to bring those kind of cases up. I think we bring up cases in an effort to the ones that there are some ones that are humorous. That's the reality of this job, and then there's
Yeah.
other ones in an effort to educate the community that's listening. That if you're an officer out there, these are some things that you could do better. If you're a civilian that's listening and doesn't have these life experience, well, now this is kind of giving you a little peek into what law enforcement is like, what case by case, in my opinion. So I don't know that I would want to do those cases either because I think that they would shake the senses of the people who are listening.
Yeah, I think so. I don't
So
know. Maybe one day we might have to do one or two just to have them. I had a bunch. That's the
me
problem.
too.
That's what's sad. I had a
Yeah,
bunch.
I was a child abuse investigator on our streets, so
Were you?
I was.
I didn't know
Yeah.
you did that. All right.
I was. I was a CAI and a DVI. We didn't. The DVI, I think, by the time you came, we had the domestic violence investigator. That designation had kind of went away because there were so many, but
Yeah, there's too many. Everyone's doing that shit.
so many. But
Yeah.
I had the designation for both for a while, and yeah, there was a lot of cases. They were crazy, crazy.
Mm. All right. Don't go anywhere. We'll end with that.
All
That
right.
was fun, man.
Thanks for another
That was
good one.
fun. Bye.